Family Matters remains one of television's most beloved family sitcoms, remembered for its warm humor, memorable characters, and touching stories about love and growing up. Set in Chicago, the series followed the Winslow family as they faced everyday challenges and the hilarious chaos created by their brilliant neighbor, Steve Urkel. In this video, we'll look back at the talented cast, their real names, ages, unforgettable roles, and the lives they built beyond the screen, while also honoring the beloved actors who are no longer with us. Let's return to the Winslow home, where family arguments, unexpected inventions, youthful dreams, and heartfelt moments made the Winslows one of television's most cherished families. Michelle Thomas brought warmth, confidence, and irresistible charm to Myra Monkhouse, the bright young woman whose devotion to Steve Urkel made her one of the show's most memorable characters. Born Michelle Doris Thomas on the 23rd of September 1968 in Brookline, Massachusetts. She was 24 years old when she first appeared in the role in 1993. With her radiant smile, playful energy, and natural comedic timing, Thomas made Myra feel like much more than a romantic rival. She could be passionate, stubborn, and intensely loyal, yet her vulnerability gave the character a genuine emotional heart. Across 55 episodes, she turned what began as a guest appearance into a beloved recurring role. Before entering the Winslow family's world, she was known as Justine Phillips on The Cosby Show, and she later played Callie Rogers on The Young and the Restless. In 1997, Thomas was diagnosed with a rare desmoplastic small round cell tumor, but she continued working with remarkable courage. She died in New York City on the 23rd of December, 1998, at only 30 years old. Her brief life left behind a lasting legacy of joy, grace, and a performance fans still remember with deep affection. Rosetta Lenoir brought warmth, wisdom, and delightful humor to Estelle Mother Winslow, the spirited family matriarch whose loving advice was often matched by a sharp sense of fun. Born Rosetta Olive Burton on the 8th of August, 1911, in Harlem, New York, she was 78 years old when audiences first saw her in the role in 1989. With her expressive voice, gentle smile, and natural comic timing, Lenoir made Estelle feel both comforting and wonderfully independent. She fiercely protected her grandchildren, embraced changing times, and shared an especially affectionate bond with Steve Urkel, whom she treated like another member of the family. Beyond television, Lenoir devoted much of her life to creating opportunities for performers of every background. In 1968, she founded the interracial Amos Repertory Theater and became a pioneering advocate for inclusive casting. Her contributions were honored with the National Medal of Arts in 1999. Rosetta Lenoir died in New Jersey on the 17th of March, 2002, from complications related to diabetes. She was 90 years old. Her legacy lives on through her joyful performances and her lifelong belief that talent should never be limited by race or identity. Barry Jenner brought bluster, authority, and sharp comedic energy to Lieutenant Murtaugh, Carl Winslow's demanding police superior, whose arrogance often created as much trouble as it solved. Born Barry Francis Jenner on the 14th of January, 1941, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, he was 49 years old when he first appeared in the role in 1990. With his commanding voice, impatient manner, and confident delivery, Jenner made Murtaugh both irritating and entertaining. The lieutenant could be selfish, unreliable, and overly proud, yet his clashes with Carl and unexpected interactions with Steve Urkel gave the character a memorable comic edge. Across 19 episodes, from 1990 to 1992, Jenner became a familiar presence during the series' early seasons. Beyond the precinct, he was widely recognized as Dr. Jerry Kenderson in Dallas, and later gained a devoted science fiction following as Admiral William Ross in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. He also appeared in Knots Landing, Matlock, and Walker, Texas Ranger. Barry Jenner died at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles on the 9th of August 2016 from acute myeloid leukemia. He was 75 years old. His legacy remains tied to versatility, natural authority, and a talent for making even difficult characters genuinely entertaining. Sherman Hemsley brought explosive energy, sharp humor, and unmistakable authority to Captain Marion Savage, Carl Winslow's loud-mouthed police superior, whose oversized personality turned every appearance into a memorable comic clash. Born Sherman Alexander Hemsley on the 1st of February, 1938, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He was 56 years old when he first stepped into the role during the 6th season in 1994. With his piercing voice, animated expressions, and fearless delivery, Hemsley made Savage demanding, arrogant, and hilariously unpredictable. Although the character appeared only briefly, his arguments with Carl and unlikely friendship with Steve Urkel gave each scene a lively spark. Long before joining the cast, Hemsley had become a television legend as George Jefferson in All in the Family and the Jeffersons, earning Emmy and Golden Globe nominations. He later starred as Deacon Ernest Fry in Amen and voiced B.P. Richfield in Dinosaurs. Sherman Hemsley died at his home in El Paso, Texas, on the 24th of July, 2012, at the age of 74, from superior vena cava syndrome related to lung cancer. His legacy endures through bold characters, brilliant timing, and a comic presence that was impossible to ignore. Dick O'Neill brought gruff authority, dry humor, and an unexpected warmth to Commissioner Geiss, Carl Winslow's final police superior. Born Richard Francis O'Neill on the 29th of August, 1928, in New York City, he was 67 years old when he first appeared in the role in 1996. With his firm voice, stern expression, and effortless comic timing, O'Neill made Geiss feel demanding without becoming cruel. Unlike Carl's earlier bosses, the commissioner often showed patience, respect, and genuine confidence in him. Their relationship gave the workplace scenes a quieter emotional depth, culminating in Geiss promoting Carl to captain after recognizing his courage and leadership. O'Neill appeared in 7 episodes, bringing decades of experience to every scene. Beyond the precinct, he was best known as Charlie Cagney in Cagney and Lacey, and delivered memorable performances in The Taking of Pelham 123, The Jerk, Prizzy's Honor, and Home Improvement. Dick O'Neill died of heart failure at St. John's Medical Center in Santa Monica on the 17th of November 1998, at the age of 70. His legacy remains tied to remarkable versatility and a gift for making stern authority figures feel deeply human. Ron Taylor brought a powerful voice, warm humor, and commanding presence to his guest appearances as Darnell Coleman and Pastor Peebles. Born Ronald James Taylor on the 16th of October, 1952, in Galveston, Texas, he was 37 years old when he first appeared in 1990. Though his 3 episodes were brief, Taylor's deep baritone, expressive delivery, and natural warmth allowed him to make an impression without needing much screen time. His talents extended far beyond television. He originated the voice of Audrey II in the off-Broadway production of Little Shop of Horrors and became beloved by animation fans as Bleeding Gums Murphy on The Simpsons. His greatest theatrical achievement came with It Ain't Nothin' But the Blues, the acclaimed musical revue he co-created and starred in, earning 2 Tony Award nominations in 1999. After recovering from a stroke that same year, he courageously returned to the stage. Ron Taylor died from a heart attack at his Los Angeles home on the 16th of January, 2002, at only 49 years old. His legacy remains defined by a magnificent voice, generous spirit, and remarkable devotion to music and performance. Jaleel White brought brilliant comic timing, fearless physical humor, and surprising emotional depth to Steve Urkel, the eccentric young inventor whose suspenders, oversized glasses, and unforgettable voice became television icons. Born Jaleel Ahmad White on the 27th of November, 1976, in Culver City, California, he was 13 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in December 1989. Originally hired for a single guest appearance, White quickly transformed Urkel into the show's breakout character. Beneath Steve's clumsiness and famous catchphrases was an intelligent, loyal, and deeply sensitive young man whose devotion to Laura Winslow gave the comedy genuine heart. White also displayed remarkable versatility by portraying the charming Stephen Urkel and several other members of the Urkel family. Beyond the Winslow household, he became the original American voice of Sonic the Hedgehog in 3 animated series, graduated from UCLA, and continued working as an actor, writer, and television host. In 2024, he published his memoir, Growing Up Urkel, reflecting honestly on childhood fame and life beyond his most famous role. As of July 2026, Jaleel White is 49 years old, and his legacy remains inseparable from a character who made intelligence, individuality, and awkwardness unforgettable. Reginald VelJohnson brought warmth, authority, and heartfelt humor to Carl Winslow, the devoted police officer and family man whose patience was constantly tested by Steve Urkel's chaotic inventions. Born Reginald Johnson on the 16th of August, 1952, in Queens, New York, he was 37 years old when audiences first saw him lead the Winslow household in 1989. With his powerful voice, expressive reactions, and natural comic timing, VelJohnson made Carl feel strict without losing his tenderness. He could be stubborn, impatient, and quick to anger, yet his deepest concern was always protecting his wife, children, and community. Across all 9 seasons and 215 episodes, he gave the series its emotional foundation and created one of television's most recognizable fathers. Before stepping into the role, VelJohnson had already become known as Sergeant Al Powell in Die Hard, later returning for Die Hard 2 and appearing as Detective David Sutton in Turner and Hooch. He continued acting in television, film, and voice roles long after the series ended. As of July 2026, Reginald VelJohnson is 73 years old. His legacy remains defined by warmth, integrity, and a father figure whose love always remains stronger than his frustration. Jo Marie Payton brought strength, warmth, and unforgettable honesty to Harriet Winslow, the loving mother whose firm voice and generous heart helped hold the family together. Born on the 3rd of August 1950 in Albany, Georgia, she was 39 years old when audiences first saw her in the role in 1989. With her expressive reactions, natural humor, and commanding presence, Payton made Harriet more than a traditional sitcom mother. She could be strict, outspoken, and unwilling to tolerate foolish behavior, yet her decisions were always guided by love and loyalty. Payton had originated the character on Perfect Strangers in 1987 before carrying her into a new series centered on the Winslow household. She remained in the role until partway through the 9th and final season, becoming one of television's most recognizable maternal figures. Beyond the series, she found another beloved role as the voice of Sugar Mama in The Proud Family and its later revival. As of July 2026, Jo Marie Payton is 75 years old. Her legacy remains defined by humor, dignity, and a performance that made Harriet feel like the true heart of her family. Kelly Channing Williams brought confidence, warmth, and emotional honesty to Laura Winslow, the intelligent young woman whose independence and strong values made her much more than the object of Steve Urkel's affection. Born on the 22nd of March, 1976, in Washington, D.C., she was 13 years old when audiences first saw her in the role in 1989. With her expressive reactions, natural comic timing, and youthful sincerity, Williams allowed Laura to grow from a spirited teenager into a thoughtful and determined young adult. The character could be stubborn, impatient, and easily frustrated by Steve's constant attention, yet she gradually recognized the loyalty and kindness beneath his awkward behavior. Across all 9 seasons and 215 episodes, Williams became one of the show's most familiar and beloved faces. After leaving the Winslow household, she appeared in Ride, What About Joan, Girlfriends, and several television films, while also supporting arts and educational programs for young people. As of July 2026, Kelly Channing Williams is 50 years old. Her legacy remains defined by authenticity, grace, and a performance that captured the challenges and joys of growing up before millions of viewers. Darius McCrary brought confidence, youthful energy, and emotional honesty to Eddie Winslow, the eldest son whose mistakes and ambitions reflected the challenges of growing into adulthood. Born Darius Creston McCrary on the 1st of May, 1976, in Walnut, California, he was 13 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 1989. With his relaxed charm, expressive humor, and natural chemistry with the cast, McCrary made Eddie feel both flawed and deeply relatable. The character could be impulsive, proud, and easily influenced by his friends, yet he gradually became more responsible and discovered a desire to follow his father into law enforcement. Across all 9 seasons, viewers watched him evolve from a mischievous teenager into a determined young man. McCrary had already begun his career with the film Big Shots and later appeared in Mississippi Burning. He went on to voice Jazz in Transformers and portrayed Malcolm Winters on The Young and the Restless. As of July 2026, Darius McCrary is 50 years old. His career remains defined by versatility, charisma, and a performance that captured the uncertainty, humor, and hope of growing up. Thelma Hopkins brought warmth, independence, and lively comic energy to Rachel Crawford, Harriet Winslow's widowed sister and the devoted mother of young Richie. Born Thelma Louise Hopkins on the 28th of October 1948 in Louisville, Kentucky, she was 40 years old when audiences first saw her in the role in 1989. With her expressive delivery, stylish confidence, and natural humor, Hopkins made Rachel feel both spirited and deeply relatable. She faced the difficulties of raising a child alone while pursuing her ambitions as a singer, writer, and businesswoman, eventually opening the popular teenage restaurant Rachel's Place. Hopkins appeared as a regular during the first 4 seasons before returning for occasional appearances in later years. Long before entering the Winslow household, she achieved musical fame as a member of Tony Orlando and Dawn. She later built an enduring television career through Bosom Buddies, Gimme a Break, Half and Half, and Are We There Yet?, while also appearing in The Matrix Resurrections. As of July 2026, Thelma Hopkins is 77 years old. Her legacy remains defined by resilience, versatility, and a joyful presence that has entertained audiences for generations. Sean Harrison brought innocence, offbeat humor, and genuine sweetness to Waldo Geraldo Faldo, Eddie Winslow's lovable best friend, whose simple way of seeing the world made him one of the series' most endearing characters. Born on the 28th of December, 1973, in Los Angeles, California, he was 16 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 1990. Initially introduced as the companion of a school bully, Waldo soon revealed a gentle heart and became a loyal member of Eddie and Steve's circle. With his unusual expressions, colorful style, and perfectly timed confusion, Harrison transformed even the simplest line into a memorable comic moment. Yet beneath the laughter was a talented chef and caring boyfriend whose relationship with Maxine gave the character surprising emotional depth. Harrison appeared in 106 episodes between 1990 and 1996, becoming a main cast member during the 4th season. He later played Peaches on Girlfriends and voiced Timberwolf in Legion of Superheroes, before appearing in Dynasty, Raven's Home, and The Miss Pat Show. As of July 2026, Sean Harrison is 52 years old. His legacy remains defined by warmth, originality, and a character whose kindness was always greater than his confusion. Bryton James brought innocence, cheerful energy, and natural warmth to Richie Crawford, the young boy whose playful personality made him an endearing member of the Winslow household. Born Bryton Eric McClure on the 17th of August 1986 in Lakewood, California, he was only 4 years old when audiences first saw him in the role in 1990. With his bright smile, confident delivery, and remarkable ease before the camera, James made Richie feel curious, mischievous, and deeply affectionate. The character shared a loving bond with his mother, Rachel, looked up to Carl as a father figure, and admired Steve Urkel so much that he called him Uncle Steve. Across 8 seasons, viewers watched James grow from a small child into a talented young performer. He later achieved even greater success as Devin Hamilton on The Young and the Restless, a role he began in 2004, and that earned him Daytime Emmy Awards in 2007 and 2020. He also appeared in The Vampire Diaries and voiced Static in Young Justice. As of July 2026, Bryton James is 39 years old. His career remains defined by longevity, versatility, and the joyful presence he first shared with viewers as a child. Cherie Johnson brought confidence, humor, and heartfelt loyalty to Maxine Johnson, Laura Winslow's outspoken best friend, whose lively personality made her a memorable part of the younger cast. Born on the 21st of November, 1975, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, she was 14 years old when she began playing the role in 1990. With her expressive delivery, quick wit, and natural warmth, Johnson made Maxine feel like more than a typical teenage friend. She could be bold, romantic, and unafraid to speak her mind. Yet her devotion to Laura and her affectionate relationship with Waldo revealed a softer and more vulnerable side. Over 8 seasons, Maxine grew alongside the Winslow children and became a familiar presence in their everyday lives. Johnson had already gained recognition as Cherie on Punky Brewster, a role she later reprised in the 2021 revival. Beyond acting, she developed a career as an author, screenwriter, and producer, writing and starring in the independent film I Do, I Did. As of July 2026, Cherie Johnson is 50 years old. Her career remains defined by versatility, resilience, and a spirited presence that continues to connect with longtime viewers. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed looking back at the Family Matters cast and the heartfelt stories behind their unforgettable characters. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite character, funniest Steve Urkel moment, or most memorable scene from the Winslow home in the comments. See you in the next video.